All along the shore, the cannons still roar. Oh, how can a soldier sleep?
Lessons from the Internet presents Who is Audie Murphy? Well, the man was many things, from an actor to a poet to a horse breeder. But that's not what's important about him. What defines a man is his actions, and this man is one of the most decorated soldiers of the U.S. Army, with 33 decorations, including the Medal of Honor, as well as 5 decorations from France and Belgium for heroism. And because of this, he can be considered a true American war hero. His background is uninspired and humble. A son of poor sharecroppers from Texas, he, like many young Americans after Pearl Harbor, rushed to his nearest recruitment center. After being denied by both the Marines and the paratroopers for his height, he was accepted into the Army Infantry. After basic, he was shipped off to the Mediterranean theater, specifically Tunisia, where he trained with the invasion force that was destined for Sicily. He would fight in Sicily, but would be put out of action with an illness for a week. He would rejoin his company just in time for the Allied capture of Messina. In 1943, he would participate in the Salerno landings and would perform scouting actions on the Ventura line, and would participate in the assault of the line itself. By the end of the year, he would be promoted to sergeant. The next year, he would be promoted to staff sergeant, but would be hospitalized with malaria. He would then go on to fight in the First Battle of Cisterna, where he would be made platoon sergeant. He would then be taken to Anzio, where through his actions he destroyed a tank and earned the Bronze Star. During the invasion of southern France, he earned the Distinguished Service Cross during an advance on a German pillbox. Murphy and his friend Tipton managed to force a machine gunner's nest to surrender, but it was a phony flag, and they opened fire on the two, killing Tipton. In a fit of rage, Murphy killed the machine gun crew and took their machine gun. He then took that gun and cleared the rest of the MG nests from the hill. After that, he returned to his friend's body. He would get his first Purple Heart after being hit by a mortar blast, injuring his heel. He would receive a Silver Star by rescuing a group of soldiers that were trying to find hidden machine gun nests. He would earn another Silver Star 3 days later by going ahead alone after his platoon had taken cover from sniper and machine gun fire. He was able to crawl forward and signal to artillery where the Germans had been taking cover. On October 14th, he'd be promoted to second lieutenant and be made platoon leader. He would then be injured in the hip by sniper fire, which would put him out of action until January of 45. He would later rejoin his platoon as they fought in the Colmar Pocket, where by the end of the month he would be made commander of Company B. The Germans would hit a M10 tank destroyer, forcing the crew to abandon it. He alone stayed at the position as he ordered his men to retreat. He would direct artillery fire while under direct fire from German forces. He would mount the burning tank and begin to fire its 50 cal. For around an hour, he would trade fire with German foot soldiers and tanks, only retreating after he ran out of ammunition. He would regroup with his men, and even though he was injured, he would lead them to repel the Germans. For that, he was given the Medal of Honor. On the 16th of February, he'd be made first lieutenant and awarded the Legion of Merit. He would not be discharged until September 21st. After the war, he suffered from PTSD, as he was plagued with insomnia and depression. He had to take sleeping pills to prevent the nightmares. Later, he realized the effects the pills were having on his life, and set out to break himself from them. To do so, he would lock himself in a hotel room for a week. He would find an outlet for his stress in poetry and writing. Later on, he would go to speak out for Korean and Vietnam veterans, for the government to give them help. From 1948 to 1969, he would be an actor starring in over 40 films, and would star himself in his movie To Hell and Back. He would die when his private plane crashed in Virginia. and he would be buried with full military honors at Arlington National Cemetery. His gravesite is the second most visited in the entire cemetery, and a flagstone walkway was constructed due to this. And, to quote the Arlington National Cemetery website, the stone is, as he was, too small. So this was my first non-green text video, and I happen to really like making this, and I hoped you liked listening to it as well. If you have any suggestions on videos I should make, leave a comment, and I hope you all stay tuned for the next video. See you all next time!